Hey everyone, it's the Thursday update. I hope you guys are doing well. It's a beautiful day today. I just thought it would be a shame not to enjoy it, and I hope you're enjoying it wherever you are and able to get out in the sun, and it's a nice breeze going on. I hope that doesn't interfere too much with the sound. But anyway, just really enjoying today, and I hope you guys are too. Just I want to do some quick updates, let you guys know some things that are going on, but also a quick thought before I do that. Right now in the country and in the state and everything going on, there's a lot of questions going around about authority. Who has authority? How do we respond to these proclamations of authority, and things like that? And those are legitimate questions that we need to wrestle with in these times, and I think that that's appropriate to wrestle with them and to understand where we need to go. But I also, in that process, I know we can get pretty worked up, which I don't find helpful. We can get kind of, I don't know, just anxious. We can get anxious about it, and that kind of fuels more kind of getting angst and getting worked up and things like that. So I just want us to think about, as we move forward and as we wrestle with these questions, as you do personally and as we do collectively, I want us to remember one thing, and that is Matthew 28:18, the very first part of the Great Commission, when Jesus says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." Do you hear that? All authority. All. Bold, underline, all. That means that no matter what is happening, no matter what's going on out there or how chaotic it may seem or whatever, nothing is happening outside the authority of our King. Nothing. And so we need to remember this, because it means as we proceed, as we respond, we can rest. We can rest in whatever the circumstances are out there. I mean, we have to do whatever it is we can within our circle of control. But no matter what the circumstances are that we find ourselves in, we can rest. We can rest in whatever the outcomes there are. And so I just wanted to leave us with that real quick thought, as we, because think about with this coronavirus issue, it just feels like every week the narratives start changing, and the conflicts are changing, and all this, and it's hard to keep up. It's hard, are we even still dealing with the same thing we were dealing with, a month ago, 2 months ago? Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. And again, and we're all kind of probably in different places with that, and we all have to kind of wrestle with that ourselves. But in that, we have to remember that all authority belongs to our King. We have to remember that. So I encourage you with that. Wherever you're at with that, just remember, just put it underneath. That's like, okay, Jesus is in control. Jesus is in control. So anyway, that being said, there is a few announcements for the CBC family that I want to kind of draw our attention to. First one, the question has been asked about VBS this year and what our plans are. We have met about it and talked some about it, and I'll say that as of right now, well, I can just tell you straight out that there will not be a traditional VBS this year. So, what what we had last year is not going to happen this year. That being said, we are looking and are open to alternative possibilities, and of course that's going to depend greatly on what the landscape is at the time, of July and August and all that. Hopefully we can do something. We're totally open for that. I know I talked to Mark Wall, and it's very much on his heart. His passion is for the kids, and it's awesome always to see. And trust me, this virus has not stopped that at all. His passion is still 150% there, and he wants to be able to do something. So we're just not sure what that is. So I say stay tuned on that, and hopefully we'll have more info as that unfolds. Also, if you happen to have some great ideas or thoughts on that, I would suggest getting a hold of Mark, as he's the head of that. And so, launch those ideas, and who knows, maybe that perfect idea is out there and we just haven't thought of it. So I encourage you in that. So there's that. Next thing is I want to give you an update about the video streaming, the live stream that we're doing. I met with a guy who kind of is going to help us with the media engineering part of this, who kind of knows a lot more about this than I do. And so he came in and kind of looked some things over, and so we got some ideas there. But then Nathan Schmidt is going to be one of the elders, is going to be kind of spearheading this live streaming task force, if you will. So that's going to be, he's going to be helping to make sure that gets taken care of, and he's got a heart for that to happen. So, saying all that to say that things are happening, and things are going to be unfolding here in the next couple of weeks. You guys, if anyone has ever, owns a home, one truth you learn really quick is that anything you propose to do takes longer than you think and costs more than you think. And so I am under no delusion that this task that we are endeavoring is going to probably have its setbacks, and it's going to have its learning curve and all that, and problems, and who knows what else. But I'll say that my goal, my hope, and what I'm shooting for is that we are able to be streaming by June. I've kind of put that to the team as this is the goal. I want to be streaming by the 1st of June. And so, of course, open-handedly, things could change, problems can happen, but that's where we're going. So just so you know, you can okay, that's where we're heading. So you got a few more Sundays with me in my office, but hopefully I'm moving out soon. So stay tuned on that as well. Also, I want to talk a little bit about our secretary and how that has changed. Roberta, as you know, has been planning to retire, and that has happened. She's retired, and Jocelyn's officially taken over as the church secretary. I know many of you probably have come in and have seen it firsthand, or have called and heard it, but that's just want to let everybody know that it has happened. And so I would want to ask that we would be praying for both Roberta and Jocelyn. They're both entering into a new season of life, and of course, anytime you do that, there's a lot of challenges, and there's a lot of potential fruit, but there's a lot of challenges and things that they're going to have to work through for both of them. So I just encourage you both of them, keep them in your prayers. And I just want to say just publicly how much I have appreciated Roberta and her just faithful service. She did this for 30 years, guys. That is like probably unheard of. The same church secretary for 30 years, for as long as the church has been in existence. So, that's just an amazing thing. And I know she's just been precious to all, to Gary and to Pastor Bob and everyone who's come before. And I know for the last couple years, she's just been dear to me as well. So I just want to say thank you, Roberta, for all that you've done. And also, I just want to say how much I'm excited for that Jocelyn's in the position she's in, and that I'm just really excited to see, what she brings to it, and the work that God is going to do through her in this ministry. It's amazing. It's just going to be an amazing time, and I'm super excited for it. So, let's see. Last thing I want to talk about, and I'll wrap this up, is a family camp. Laura talked a few weeks ago about family camp that's still on, and we talked to Koinonia, and they were still planning on us being there. That's still the case as far as I know. I just wanted to kind of reiterate that. I don't have any other reason to think otherwise at this time. So I'm holding on to this as tight as I can. It seems like everything else that we've planned seems to have just kind of blown up or has to be revamped or something. And so I'm just like, man, Lord, please, let's have this one. So anyway, be praying that can continue. I hope so, because that would be awesome if we could all get together. Now, that being said, I also understand that there may be some that's, they're not comfortable maybe jumping into something like that in August. And if you are part of that group, I get it. I understand. There's nothing there. Feel no pressure or anything. I recognize that this might be a smaller thing than I had originally envisioned, and that's okay. You know what? That's totally fine. And so it'll be what God wants it to be, and that's totally great. So, because one thing through all of this, guys, that I definitely know is that God is teaching me is patience, is being patient, and trying to be flexible, trying to be able to think outside the box a little bit and be flexible in how we do things. That it doesn't have to, if it doesn't go exactly to plan, it's not the end of the world, and that God has maybe a better plan in store. So I hope you guys are learning the same thing. I really do. That through this, we come out more patient than we went in. We come out more flexible than we went in. That we come out more loving than we went in, and come out more like Christ than we went in. So for all the craziness and all of the, questions that we have to wrestle with, there is good, there is great things that the Spirit's been doing. And so we don't want to forget that as well. All right, guys, that's all I've got. I think Laura's got something she's going to want to say maybe a little later on, and so there might be another clip come along, kind of like a update part 2 that'll come along later. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day, fantastic rest of your day and week, and I love you guys, and I can't wait to be able to be with you in person more and be able to just to share more life together. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and have a great rest of your day.